Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Junior on Security. In this video I'm going to show you how to solve a cryptography CTF challenge from picoCTF 2021. The challenge is called Mod 26. I've summarized the most important information about the challenge on this slide. The task is to decrypt the encrypted flag using ROT13. You'll also find a link to the challenge in the video description below. Before jumping into the challenge, I want to talk briefly about CyberChef and ROT13. A CyberChef is one of the simplest and most widely known encryption techniques. It is named after Julius Caesar, who used it in his private correspondence to protect his messages from prying eyes. A CyberChef is a type of substitution cipher, which means that each letter in the plaintext is replaced by another letter according to a rule. The rule for a CyberChef is very simple. You just need to choose a fixed number of positions to shift the alphabet. This number is called the key. For example, if you choose a left shift of 3 as your key, then you would replace every letter in your message by the letter that comes 3 positions before it in the alphabet. So D would become A, E would become B, F would become C, and so on. You can also use a right shift instead of a left shift, as long as you use the same direction for both encryption and decryption. A CyberChef is one of the first and easiest ciphers to learn and use. It is also a building block for more complex ciphers and cryptanalysis, which is the art of breaking codes. A CyberChef is also a historical and cultural artifact that shows how people communicated secretly in ancient times. Now that we know what the CyberChef is and how it works, let's talk about ROT13, which is a special case of the CyberChef. ROT13 stands for rotate by 13 places. It is a simple letter substitution cipher that replaces each letter with the 13th letter after it in the Latin alphabet. For example, A becomes N, B becomes O, C becomes P, and so on. ROT13 is a special case of the CyberChef with a fixed key of 13. The interesting thing about ROT13 is that it is its own inverse. The Latin alphabet has 26 letters, so 13 is half of 26. That means that to undo ROT13, you just apply the same algorithm again. So if you encrypt a message with ROT13, you can decrypt it by using ROT13 again. This makes it very easy to use, but also very weak as an encryption method. Now that we know what ROT13 is, let's look at an example. A simple table can be used for encryption and decryption with ROT13. In this example, we see how H is encrypted into U, E into R, L into Y, and O into B. To decrypt the cryptotext, we just need to reverse the translation. Now that we know how ROT13 works, let's look at a tool which can help us crack the CTF challenge. CyberChef is the Cyber Swiss Army knife. You can use it to do all kinds of things with your data, like encrypting, decoding, hashing, or compressing it. CyberChef is a web app that lets you perform all kinds of operations on your data within your browser. You can simply drag and drop your data into the app and then choose from a list of operations to apply to it. You can also chain multiple operations together to create complex recipes that transform your data in amazing ways. Some of the operations you can do with CyberChef are simple encoding and decoding, like XOR and base64, more complex encryption and decryption, like AES, DES, and Blowfish, creating binary and hex dumps of your data, compressing and decompressing your data with algorithms like gzip, zip, and bzip2, calculating hashes and checksums of your data with algorithms like MD5, SHA-1, and CRC32, parsing network data like IP version 6 and X509 certificates, changing character encodings of your data like UTF-8, ASCII, and base64. CyberChef is designed to be easy to use for both technical and non-technical users. You don't need to install anything or have any programming skills to use it. You just need a web browser and some data to play with. You'll find a link to the GitHub repo in the video description. Let's jump back into the CTF challenge and see how CyberChef can help us find the flag. Here we have the challenge. Let's grab the crypto text. We'll switch to CyberChef and enter it as input. Then we need to find the operation for ROT13. Here we can also see a short description of ROT13. So a simple CSS substitution cipher which rotates alphabet characters by the specified amount, default 13. And here we see the output, which should be our flag, picoCTF. Next time I'll try 2 rounds of ROT13. Let's go back to picoCTF and try and enter the flag. Hooray, we earned 10 points and solved the challenge. The technique that we use to retrieve the flag is called ROT13 decryption. Now that we've solved the challenge, let's summarize the main lessons learned. A Caesar cipher is a simple encryption technique that shifts each letter in a message by a fixed number of positions in the alphabet. It is named after Julius Caesar, who used it to protect his private letters. It is easy to use and break, but also a historical and cultural example of secret communication. ROT13 is a special case of the Caesar cipher that rotates each letter by 13 places in the alphabet. ROT13 is easy to use and break because it's its own inverse. That means you can encrypt and decrypt a message with the same algorithm. CyberChef is a web app that can ROT13 encrypt or decrypt data, as well as perform many other operations such as encoding, compression, hashing, and parsing. It is a simple and powerful tool that works in the browser and does not require installation or programming skills. Learning basic encryption and decryption techniques is necessary if you want to get into cryptography. I hope this walkthrough has given you some useful insights and tips on how to get started. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to add a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos on CTFs and other security-related topics. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.